this is gold, money that would not have come back to Ghana because traders would have taken it freely out of our country and kept the foreign exchange reserves outside.
Did you know that recently Ghana recovered over $5 billion in gold sales that would have been lost to illegal mining and smugglers? For all these years, billions and billions of dollars has been lost to illegal mining and smuggling networks. So this is not just about the money, but it is about how it has affected Ghana's economy. Also, the fight to take back Africa's natural wealth from hoodlums who has been stealing from Africa's wealth, natural wealth. So we know that this has been affecting cities over the years, Ghanaian cities. So what has transpired over the time under this new government in Ghana that has made Ghana to recover over $5 billion that would have been lost this year alone under the space of 5 months to smugglers?
This interim formation in January 2025, the Ghana Gold Board has implemented aggressive reforms, especially in the artisanal and small-scale mining sector.
Between year 2023 2024, Ghana has reportedly lost over $11 billion to gold smuggling, foreign exchange that never entered Ghana's economy. And this has greatly impacted Ghana economy or weakened the cedis, Ghanaian cedis. So here we are in 2025, under Mahama's government, Ghana passed a new act, a new bill under 1140, allowing the state authority to centralize all gold sales and trades. And now, 5 months apart, Ghana exported over 55.7 metric tons of gold, just 5 months apart, which has brought in a huge revenue, foreign exchange of about $5 billion into Ghana.
These inflows have strengthened our foreign reserves, have improved our balance of payments, and have, most importantly, helped stabilize the value of our local currency, the cedi.
So Ghana Gold Board, formed earlier this year, launched a task force with security and military officers equipped with GPS and body cams to crack down on smuggling. Even set a platform for whistleblowers who get paid 10% of any seized gold. You know, smart incentives,
this is really good for Ghana because Ghana will save lots of foreign reserves, foreign currency. And if sustained over a period of time, a longer period of time, Ghana may produce great infrastructural development.
Before now, other West African countries like Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso are also pushing for state takeovers of their mining sector or economy.
Mahama did not nationalize the country's mining sector, but using transparency as a tool to measure up whatever that's going on in the mining sector, and which we are seeing the effects of the transparency in Ghana today. So let's move to the next story in Uganda, where young people in their 20-something, people who are young enough, freshers from school, wanted to be the #1 citizen of their country.
Last year, I'm 20 years old. I've come to aspire for presidency, and
So the changes you see in Africa this time around is something very wonderful. So many youths in Uganda are now interested in the #1 position, which is the presidential position in Uganda, challenging Yoweri Museveni, who has been in power since 1986 in Uganda and still wants to run for the next presidential election come 2026, can be an uphill task or look like an uphill task for Ugandans. But it's totally not unachievable. It is very much achievable. Ugandans can unseat him and bring in a new power, a new person to be their president. So Bobi Wine is a musician turned politician who contested and is still running for the post of presidency in 2026. So let's look at some of the Gen Zs who were born between 1997 to 2012 who are interested to become the president of Uganda. And really, they picked the presidential nomination form of Uganda. So this is Jorin Najamba, 20 years old, telling Ugandans to vote for her.
Last year, I'm 20 years old. I've come to aspire for presidency, and I'm looking forward for your votes and support. Everyone who's willing out there, support me. I ask for your trust. Put your trust in me.
And so the next is Pauline Nankambwe, 24 years old law student, pledging to fight corruption and social injustice.
Talk for hours and hours because the president was passing. As aspirants, I think we would have been given an opportunity to also have a free way.
The next is Sam Kojo, who is asking Ugandans to vote for him, that he wants to run to be the president of Uganda, who will help to transform Uganda's youthful population.
As a strong presidential candidate of Uganda. So, what forced me to stand for president? It's because we want
And so up next is William Magezi, who has also promised to deliver if elected the next president.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I told you previously, Uganda's politics is the set of political fiasco mogi. Is the Madan deficit. We are in the state of Lugumburas. We are in the state of political fiasco moho. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the debilitating, lobotomizing, and ignominious political mwahaha.
Up next is Abigail Ayiza. She's 22 years old, who has promised nothing yet, but says that she's determined, that she wants to see Uganda succeed, even though her family is afraid for her life because of the political risk involving politics in Africa or in Uganda.
Honestly, just picked up the form, so I can't really start making promises and saying, oh, I want to do this and this. So we get on with the signatures, and then afterwards we'll probably start to lay foundation.
The next is Wycliffe Kasauja. He's 27 years old, and he has promised kneel down for Uganda if he's voted in as the president. And he also promised to be a servant to Ugandans, that he's the son of the soil, and he promises to deliver what.
Today I stand before you, not merely as a candidate, but as son of the soil, a torchbearer of the new dawn, and most importantly, a servant of the people who believe in the boundless potential of Uganda.
This shows that something big is happening in Uganda, because this is just people in their 20s wanting to take the #1 seat of their country, to pilot things. The hopeful youths in Uganda are not giving up. They really want to take their country by force. They want to be the #1. To want to be the #1 citizen of their country is something really big. So let's see as it unfolds come 2026, as we watch Ugandans' useful and hopeful presidential candidates going for election in 2026. So in this channel, I share interesting things I find about Africa. Please do not forget to support my channel by subscribing. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.